Hi, everyone. We're really excited. We have a special guest with us today from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Kevin Brelovich, and he has lived in Langley for quite some time, and he's just moved over to Halifax about 3 years ago. So he's going to give us some good insight about moving from the Langley area over to Nova Scotia, the pros and cons. So hi, Kevin.
Hey, how are you doing, Jodi?
Good, good. Thanks
for reaching out about this. So
absolutely. I thought we might start as where your market's at. How you did last year for appreciation, what you can expect for this year, and yeah, how you're looking.
Yeah, we had a fantastic year. I think, Canada-wide, we're seeing some staggering numbers. We saw our median price, went from 460 up to 560, where we're at right now.
Right.
Just over year, 2 years in a row, 25+%. For at least for Halifax regional. So
okay, excellent. And you're about 45 minutes from Halifax where you're living, and you're on the water right now, is that right?
Yeah, I live on the ocean, St. Margaret's Bay, just about 10 minutes from Peggy's Cove, if you're familiar with the area.
Very nice. Very nice. So if I was a buyer coming over there and say I want a 2,000 square foot home, nice condition, not on the water, but nice neighborhood, what would we be looking at in terms of pricing?
I think you could start looking in that 500,000 range and expect to pick anything up to 500 to 800 range, and then of course up from that depending on where you go and new communities, things like that. So
right. And if someone wanted a basement suite, what would the going rent be for like a 2-bedroom basement suite? Is that common out there? Or is that
it is getting more and more common. Just recently, Halifax Regional Municipality just basically allowed everyone who has in residential units to be allowed to offer a secondary suite. So whether that's in the actual home or actually building on their property, very similar to you see it, in like Willoughby where you got the coach house. A lot of allowances for that these days. However, a basement suite, rental crisis here, high demand. It's all over the news and on Facebook. You can expect for like a single bedroom suite would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 900 to 1,000.
Wow.
And then up there, bedroom maybe $1,200-$1,400, and then onward and upward from there. So
those are pretty good rents for those price points buying in at.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, excellent. I know I hear a lot, I love the East Coast. I'd love to move out there. And, people seem so friendly, but what about the jobs? How are we doing for jobs?
It's funny. I get asked that often, especially from BC, because we're not in the dark ages here. We are pretty normal job status. I think everyone's just the typical jobs. Everyone seems to be working and doing well. Of course, COVID really put a hindrance on a lot of people going forward. But one thing I do want to take note of, especially in the trades, where we're having such an influx of people come our way through and immigration. Tradespeople are in high demand here. Builders, anyone in plumbing, electrical, things like that. Anything to do with building a home or renovations, high in demand. Really, subdivisions cannot go up fast enough. In fact, pre-solds, builders locally have just stopped doing pre-solds. They can't keep up with the demand, and can't keep the work. They don't want to miss deadlines because they just can't keep enough trades working because there's not enough. So
that's great to hear that. Wanted to know about what's my point here? Oh, the pros and cons about moving there. So your biggest thing that you miss from Langley, and what are the best reasons for moving over that way?
Well, the biggest thing I always miss, and is the tough part, is friendships.
Yeah.
When you build relationships, that's always a big thing. Probably some of the restaurants that you get used to, some of the local haunts that you frequent. But I got to be honest, I just absolutely love our move here to Halifax. If you're an ocean lover, there's ocean any direction. They say you're never any longer than a half an hour from the ocean here.
Wow.
So there's not a week that goes by where my wife and I, we live on the seaside, so not bragging, but we live on the ocean, but we always go for oceanic drives. There's surfing, there's beautiful restaurants in the city. Halifax is going through an amazing growth spurt right now in regards to, just so many people coming in. We had over 5,000 people come in from out of province alone last year, and that's been with immigration low. We just hit a million people. We finally made million status, and they have a aggressive campaign to see our population at 2 million by 2060, which is an interesting dynamic. But a lot of people moving in the area, lots to do, especially if you like the outdoors, because there's a lot of it here and it's gorgeous. Rivers, lakes, ocean, hikes, all the stuff. So
it looks amazing. I've been researching it quite a bit, so I've got my eye on that area as well. So it looks amazing. I'm glad that you made the move, and I'm glad your family's happy. So
for sure.
Excellent. Well, thanks for your time today, Kevin. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, Jodi. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to chatting with you again.
Sounds good. Thanks, hon. Okay.